Lesson 12-4 from your math journal, page 408. Let's take a look at what a ratio is and how we use it to compare. Okay, follow along as I read. A ratio is a comparison. Some ratios compare part of a collection of things to the total number of the things in the collection. Okay, for example, 1 in 6 students, 1 out of 3 apples. For example, the statement 1 out of 6 students in the class is absent compares the number of students absent in the total number of the students in class. Another way to express this ratio would be for every 6 students enrolled in the class, 1 student is absent, or 1 out of 6 of the students in the class are absent. Now, if you were to follow this ratio, it could also be 2 out of 12 or 3 out of 18. For every 6, there's 1. So 12 would be 2 6s, 2. 18, 3. And so on. If you know the total number of students in the class, you can use this ratio to find the number of students who are absent. For example, if there are 12 students in the class, then 1/6 of 12 or 2 of the students are absent. If there are 18 students in the class, then 1/6 of 18 is 3 students are absent. If you know the number of the students who are absent, you can also use this ratio to find the total number of students in the class. For example, if 5 students are absent, there must be a total of 6 times 5, because 5 students, that means every single one of these has 6 students backing it. So it has to be times 6. So there are 30 students in the class. Okay, let's take a look. We're not going to use the square activity sheet in the back. We're simply going to use fractions to solve questions 1 to 3. Okay, we can draw 28 tiles if you like. It's saying place 28 tiles on your desk. 3 out of 4 tiles are white. Okay, we're going to work with the white. 3 are white. And the rest are shaded. How many tiles are white? If you have 28 in total, so for every 4, 3 are white. So 3 whites out of 4. Okay? That means you have a total number. They've told us that we have a total number of 28. So you have 28, a total number. That's the maximum. Out of 4 here, 3 out of 4, it's going to be a number out of 28. That's why it's the denominator. So what did we have to do the 4 to make it into a 28? Okay? What did you do to the 4 to make it 28? You must multiply it by 7. So do the same to the 3. Multiply it by 7, and you should get 21. Okay? 21 out of 28. These are simply equivalent fractions. 3 out of 4 is 21 out of 28. It's the same thing. So how many of the tiles are white? 21. How many of the tiles are shaded? What's the difference between 21 and 28? Okay, 7. Okay, we'll take 28 minus 27. I'm sorry, minus 21 is 7. Do the same thing, making equivalent fractions to solve number 2. Now it's out of 30. And 4 out of 5, for every 5, 4 of the tiles are white. So 4 out of 5 are white. And the rest are shaded. Do the same thing, boys and girls. Go ahead and write, let's just do it right here. You have 4 out of 5 equals something, a number out of 30. Okay? What do you have to do to the 5 to make it 30? Do the same to the 4, and that'll give you the number of white tiles. Okay? And then find the difference between these two, and that'll tell you whatever's remaining is the number of shaded. Number 3 and 4 are very similar. Please go ahead and try these on your own. 3 and 4 will be checked in class. Actually, let's take a look at 4 more carefully. Right here. Okay? We have 25 counters. So let's do 25. Okay? And add some tiles so that 5 out of the 8 tiles are white, and the rest are shaded. Okay, so we're starting off with 25 white tiles. So what we're saying is that we have 25 white tiles out of a whole number that we don't know what that number is. We don't know what's down here because we have more tiles. We have only 25 and we want to know what's in total, the 25 plus the shaded. But we do know that the 25, for every 8, there are 5. Okay, for every 8, there are 5 that are white. What must I do to this 5 to make it into 25? Do the same to the 8, and that'll give you your total number of tiles. On page 409, we're going to continue doing the same things, okay? So if you look at 1, you have 32 as your total number, okay? 32 tiles. Doesn't say anything about white or any color, just 32 tiles. It's a total. And every 6 out of the 8 are white, okay? So you would have, it would look something like this. For 6 out of 8 are white, and there is a total of 32 tiles. The total always goes at the bottom. What must you do to the 8 to make it 32? You do the same to the 6, and that'll give you the total. The total of white tiles. Okay, you do the same as you go through here. Let's go down and look at questions 7 to 9, which are word problems. Please, you can pause at this point and do 2 to 6. Let's do a key answer for one of the next questions. With the following questions, we're pretty much doing the same thing, boys and girls, but it's now in words. So I would like a word question answer with words. So don't forget your therefore statements, right? Therefore, and give me a sentence. Show your work right here. Let's see. There are 20 students, okay, 20 students in Miss Khalid's 5th grade class. 20 students is our total, okay? So that's going to be the denominator. 2 out of 8 students. 2 out of 8 students, or we could even say 1/4, right? If we simplify it, because you can both cut both of these in half. 2 out of 8 students have no brothers or sisters. How many students have no brothers or sisters in the entire class? What do I have to do to the 4 to make it 20? Do the same to the 1, and there you go. It's the same thing, boys and girls. Okay, I think it's time for a key answer. Okay, let's make number 8 our key answer. Here we go. Let's read it. Rima eats 2 eggs twice a week. A week has 7 days. Okay, so twice a week. 2 times out of 7 days. Okay. So 2 eggs twice a week. I mean, the 2 eggs doesn't really matter, I guess, as long as we just have twice a week. This is the unit that we're going to compare. How many eggs will she eat in a month, in the month of February? Well, February has 28 days. Okay? Well, actually, maybe the 2 eggs twice a week does matter, because 2 eggs 2 times a week is 4. So rather than writing up here, okay, rather than writing a 2, let's write a 4. Okay, because it's 4 eggs every 7 days. There we go. What did I do over here to make the 7 into a 28? 28 days. Okay? If she continues this pattern of eating 4 eggs every 7 days, how many eggs will she eat in 28 days? Okay? Well, you must multiply the 7 times 4 to get 28. Do the same thing to the 4. 4 times 4 will give you 16. Okay? So how many eggs will she eat in the month of February? She will eat 16 eggs. Okay? That is your key answer. How many weeks will it take for her to eat 32 eggs? Well, now we're looking at it the other way. Let me zoom in so we have more room to write. Okay? 32 eggs. All right? We have 32 eggs. Oh, 32 eggs, I'm sorry. And we understand that she eats 4 eggs per week in 7 days. 4 eggs per week. Okay? Well, I see that I have to multiply the 4 times 8 to get 32, so I'll multiply the 7 times 8 and we get 56. Now, 56 is the number of days. If we divide that by 8, we get, okay, we divide it by 7 to get the number, we get 8 weeks. Okay, because that's what we had to do to the 4 to make it 32. We have to multiply it by 8, so that's 8 weeks. Okay, she will eat 32 eggs in 8 weeks. Go ahead and copy that down. Both of these answers are your key answers. Make sure to have these written in sentences exactly the same way. Well, not exactly. You don't want to write it this messy or this small. Okay. And there you have it, boys and girls. Go ahead and try questions 9, A and B. We'll check those in class.